to truly believe in the magic.
Hi, Magic fans, and welcome to Penny for Your Thoughts, the podcast from the Orlando Magic UK. And Lee Azzurri, welcome to the Blues, shall we say. We are joined this week by, as always, first of all, Mikey. How are you doing, pal?
All right, mate. Thank you. And yourself?
Very well, my friend. Very well, thank you. And as always, from just over the border in Wales, young Mr. G. How you doing, Graham?
Fantastic. Couldn't be better.
We're not talking to you.
I got the champagne ready as well.
And we have to say, there was only one guest that we could really have this week. So it's buonasera to Orlando Magic Italia, Paolo Gilli. How you doing, Paolo?
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on, should we say, the win? Oh, it's so
yeah,
bad.
I know it's hard to say for you. I know.
Yeah, but congratulations, my friend. We really can't ignore it, can we? So, should we start by talking about the Euros final? How was it for yourself, my friend?
Yeah, I was like shocked in the first 30 minutes of the game, especially after 2 minutes when Luke Shaw scored. Was a beautiful goal, I'd say. I have to say that. But then after 30 minutes, we played like we know, so it was a great game. I know the results is not the best for you, but it was a great game overall. So I was very, very proud of the Italian team. After 15 years, we won the World Cup 2006, and then the Euros was just something great for all the country, not just for football world. So,
well, mate, congratulations. I mean, for myself, I'm 53, and that's the first time I've seen England in a final. So for us to actually get to a final is something I'd never witnessed before, and it was fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Didn't enjoy the result. Didn't enjoy the penalties. Mikey, what was your view on the penalties?
I don't know. It's a difficult one, isn't it? I think Southgate's been getting a little bit too much criticism, because at the end of the day, if the three of them had come on and scored, he'd be hailed as an absolute genius. It just so happened they missed the penalty. I thought he should have brought them on a little bit earlier, but what do I know? Do you know what I mean? It's when it goes to the penalties, it's a coin flip which way it's going to go, isn't it? So yeah, it's Italy with a better team over 90 or 120 minutes. So yeah, congratulations.
And over to the celebrating Valley Italian contingent there.
Look at the smile, look at the grin on his face.
Honestly, I just cannot believe we finished last week's pod with G on Forza Italia, and oh man.
I heard it, yeah.
And you saw the hidden Italian flag in the background as well.
Yeah.
I'd not seen that until you pointed it out, which was very clever.
Outrageous.
Although we really didn't need to see your red underpants forming part of the flag.
No, you didn't. No.
And everybody listening, at the earliest possible moment this week, Geraint was like, "I've got the ideal guest for this week."
He was texting me every day.
Yeah, let's get in touch with Paolo.
Brilliant guest for this week.
Yeah,
really
Paolo
good.
and I were messaging each other on Sunday, and England went 1-0 up, and I said, "Come on, guys, pull your socks up." And he said, "Don't worry, it's cool. We've got this." And he proved me right. So, but the only thing I've got to add though is you guys have made the finals, and it's probably very unlikely that I'll see my nation make the final in my lifetime. So at least you got that over me.
Which one? You got about 6 now, haven't you?
You went through more flags in that competition than I went through underpants in the week, or underpants in that 90 minutes.
I do hope you wear more than 2 underpants in a week, Paul. It's just the Danish and the Welsh one.
Come on, you've got Wales, Denmark. I'm sure that you were cheering for Germany at one point as well.
I wasn't even paying attention for England at that point.
You lying little so-and-so.
Lying through his teeth. And Paul, you can stretch your pants by turning them inside out as well, can't you? So
exactly, mate. If it sticks to the wall, then that's time to wash them.
Right, move on.
So, on that note, so as we've already said, we have Paolo joining us. So, Paolo, for those that don't know you, could you just tell us a little bit about yourself, please, my friend?
Yeah, of course. I'm Paolo. I'm 27, and I'm from Tuscany, but I live in Liguria, that is near Tuscany. I'm a data analyst for a PPC company here based in Tuscany. I studied in Florence for 5 years, and I went to the UK like I'd say 6 times, like 2 times in Exeter, in Devon,
Okay.
and 4 times in London. I just love London. It feels like a second home for me. It's just when I get to the metro and the buses or stuff, it's like being in Italy. So it's very simple for me. And yeah, I started the Orlando Magic Italia community 2 years ago, and I was in the Erasmus project in Germany.
Okay.
And it was like, I would say, I need to start it. Nobody already started in Italy, so why not? So there we are.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you become a Magic fan? What's your story of Magic fandom?
Yeah, I started watching seriously basketball in 2015, but before I was just football, and all the stuff. But when I was a kid, my dad bought me a mini hoop of the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
And this one was useful to select my team for the NBA. So from 2015, I'd say I started watching every single Magic game, I'd say. And usually I stay up at night because I was studying, so it was easy at the time. Yeah, but right now is kind of different. But yeah, I always look at the games like the day after, so it's easier for me because it's, as you know, it's like 4 a.m, 3 a.m, and like 3 times a week is kind of different. It's kind of difficult to stay up. So, but yeah,
so it takes some serious dedication to do that. We have some guys over here who do that, and I don't count myself as anywhere near one of those. I managed to probably make the first quarter at the latest.
Yeah,
The national anthem, if you're lucky.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, there have been times.
Yeah, all the struggle for the games like this year was not the easiest one, I'd say. Last year was not the easiest one, but I always have to watch the game and support the team. So I want to feel part of the game and the team. So stay up at night is just different than watching the game the day after. So to be really part of the game, and also the community on Twitter, like following the game live is different than watching the day after because of the comments that are real time. So it's kind of different. And but yeah, I watched basically 80 games this year. So
that's good, man. Good man. I like the dedication. Have you been to any Magic games like in person?
Never been to the US actually.
Okay.
But
I wondered if you'd managed to cross to any of the London games or anything like that at any point.
Not really. There were the Magic against Toronto, I'd say, like 2016 it was, or
that's
17.
Right.
Yeah. I wanted to come, but tickets were so difficult to take. So, but yeah, there was the project. There was the project there.
Oh, well, something to look forward to, my friend. Something to look forward to.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so we'll move on, and we've got loads more questions for you, Paolo. But we'll start off with the weekly roundup of Magic news, and start by saying the coaching search is over. Orlando announced the new head coach is former Dallas Mavericks assistant Jamahl Mosley. His hiring has been very well received around the league and with Magic fans. He's done a couple of podcasts and press conference so far. We'll come to those in a little while as well. Unfortunately, Magic legend Darrell Armstrong has decided to remain in Dallas as an assistant coach there. That pretty much covers the Magic news for this week. So let's talk about Jamahl. How do you feel about the hiring of him as the Magic coach, Paolo?
I didn't know him so well, but when the news went from, so we were like, yeah, we take a good coach. I'd say it's the first actual head coach experience, but he's like very he's in the league from since like 5-7 years, I'd say. So I think it's a good hiring. It's a good hire, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about him last week on the pod. Guys, how did you react to the press conference that he gave? Mikey, what was your reaction to it?
I think he was pretty straight talking, straight to the point. I think if you listen, I'm just going to answer the question you had later on about the pod squad and that, and I think he come across a bit more relaxed when you listen to him on the podcast a little bit later. It was a bit more of a conversation rather than just getting questions fired at him all the time on the press conference. But he talked about he's going to be a defensive first coach, and we've already talked about all the player development, all that sort of stuff. There's obviously been the video doing the rounds the last couple of days with Mo Bamba, and him already out on the floor coaching him. So I think we can already start to see what he's going to be like, a hands-on coach in your face. He's not going to hold any punches. He's going to tell you how it is. But he's also going to be a bit more supportive. One of the other things that he talked about on the pod was the balance of he's quite a fiery character and how he knows that he's going to have to temper that down a little bit when he's on the sidelines rather than the player, especially like say if you're in crunch time, you want somebody with a bit of a calm head in that time, but you don't want somebody who's going to be a bit fiery and a bit ferocious. So yeah, I think he's aware that he's got some work to do with his own sort of coaching style, but obviously that's going to develop over the next few years. But we'll see what he comes to in the next 2-3 years. But right now it seems like a really good hire.
Still positive on it though. G, what about yourself for the press conference?
Yeah, I thought he came across very well. I thought he was put in a bit of a difficult position, really, not having, the media in front of him like what we'd normally do in non-COVID times. And of course, some of the media guys had some technical problems. And, he's just there sort of sitting, waiting for it to be resolved. So you can see some nerves there, if you know what I mean. But all his answers were, pretty good, what we wanted. He's determined to get in and get to work straight away. Some of the answers I thought were a little bit short, but as Mikey mentioned, the other podcast on with Woj and the Pod Squad, he sort of opened himself up a little bit more. But other than that, I'm very happy with the hire, what he had to say, and he's eager to get to work. So, let's just get him in and working with the guys.
Are you liking seeing him on court? The video we mentioned already with Bamba. You're liking to see that, the coach being so hands-on?
Yes, I am. A lot of people have said it, that they couldn't see maybe Clifford doing that. And they're probably right, in fairness. But he just wants to get stuck in there. He seems like a high-energy coach. He wants to get the best out of all their players. Mikey touched upon him being maybe a little bit aggressive. So we might have to watch those technical fouls and maybe get a couple of assistants who are going to, restrain him when calls don't go our way. If Mark Davis is perhaps officiating our games, he's just got a chip on his shoulder, hasn't he? So he's all
even out of the season, you managed to have a go at Mark Davis, G. It's incredible.
I'm never going to change, mate. And like you said, though, it's all about that player development. And, if he's in town and Bamba wants to work on his game, then I'm all for it, Training camp hasn't started and everyone wants to get better. So absolutely all for it. And long may it continue.
Yeah, cool. Paolo, have you watched or listened to either the Pod Squad or the Woj podcast?
Yeah. I'd say he needs to grow with us, with our team. We are a young team, and he's maybe not young, but young in a coach perspective. So you need to step up with the guys and grow up with them, and also with the thing that Mikey was saying about his stamp. So you need to stay calm, because we need someone that is the head coach, that is one person that is calming down the team, especially on crunch time. So we need like an older figure on the bench that can guide the young guys. But yeah, I think is a good hire. You saw the video of him playing basketball in Australia, I'd say. He was a beast.
Yeah.
He was literally a beast. So that's especially for Mo. I think he needed that. He actually needed that.
He's definitely got a chip on his shoulder especially when you watch some of his clips when he used to play. But if you haven't watched the Pod Squad yet, go back and watch it, because our friend George Galante at the start was saying that he messaged Jamahl to basically say, "Welcome to the Magic. Looking forward to meeting you." And he typed in his name, Jamahl, Jamhal. Is that right? It's close.
Something like that.
Yes.
And he said an Apple last minute changed it to Jamal. So he mispronounced it in the text, and then responded with, "Damn, rough start." And then they all start laughing. But you got to watch it. It's really funny.
I've not had a chance to watch it yet, so that's why I'm not commenting about it.
And then they were joking about how they're all focused on all the details and all that sort of stuff. But you can see he's got a bit of a personality and a bit of sense of humor as well, which is good.
That's good.
So yeah, absolutely.
I'm wanting to. I really liked the video of him being on court so soon after arriving, getting on court and working with Mo. I think that's really good. I think it's got to be good encouragement for Bamba in himself to see that somebody is already taking the time of looking at his development. It's giving an indication of something that we haven't had before in a coach who does want to get involved with the young players beyond just coaching them from a distance. It's actually getting on court and involving himself with them directly. I'm really excited by his hiring. So far, everything I've seen and read about him has only made me grow in confidence as to the sense of the hire.
Right,
so I'm really excited. Yeah, really excited by him. So let's move on from now to the guest section.
Paul, one more point.
Go on, mate.
Willie Green's been named the head coach of the Pelicans. So it doesn't look like Steve Clifford's going to have a job this year. So just an interesting sort of thought on the assistant coaches. They may sort of keep, Pat Delaney or Corbin around, just to have a bit of, continuity there. So
this was something that was mentioned last week, though, isn't it? Yeah, no, great, mate. That's because that was something that was mentioned last week, wasn't it? That would there be a possibility or a potential of keeping one of the guys from the team already in position with whoever was the new head coach? And I think there's got to be a good argument for that. I think we spoke about it last week and said that to have somebody there for continuity for both the coach and the players who's already worked with them can only be a strength.
Yeah.
One more name that I mentioned last week, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Listen to the Pod Squad. I think he hired Mosley when he took over the Cavs after LeBron left.
Okay.
So that was part of the. I didn't explain why I thought he might be a name to look after last week, but that was probably a crossover there. He's got experience of being a head coach. He's worked with Mosley before, so I think it might not happen. But we have. I don't know if you guys have seen any names linked with us yet in terms of assistant.
I've seen nothing other than Darryl Armstrong, and obviously that's.
I think Ty Corbin, Mike Brown, somebody like that might be a really good second or assistant head coach for Mosley.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so let's talk to Paolo. Let's find out a little bit about Paolo, more than we already have done. So, mate, we always ask people this: favorite player of all time and favorite Magic player on the current roster.
Okay.
We always like to know.
So all time. Very old times, not really, but yeah, I'd say Penny. Penny was my favorite player back in the 90s, I'd say 20s. And on the current roster, I go with Jonathan Isaac. I really love his style of play, his energy on the defensive end, and all the improvements that he made on the offensive side. So it's kind of interesting to see him grow, like maybe this year and next year. So we'll see. And also, Alfred Payton is just a part of my heart, I'd say, because was the player that I first noticed when I started watching the Magic games in 2015. He was like not the star, but was a good prospect at the time.
I started following the Magic just a little bit before you, sort of 2013, 14 sort of time. And so I get exactly where you're coming from with Alfred, with the Magic. I had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times when in the 2015 season. And he came across when you met him as being a really intelligent and friendly guy. Very, very thoughtful when you were talking to him. And I've got a signed ball behind me from him, which it's unusual to hear somebody else say that they've got a soft spot for Alfred, but yeah, I share that. I was hoping things would work out better for him in New York than they have done.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. That's good.
And,
Mikey.
And I've got an Alfred Payton jersey upstairs, so there you go. You got 3 people that like him. G, you getting in on the EP bandwagon?
I do have an EP bobblehead.
Do you?
Garrett. Yeah, I do. In the old grey sleeved jersey. Yeah.
The
I'll
Friday
bring it
night
on next week. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's the one.
Slightly off topic. Have you seen Foco? I think it's called Foco. Company have started making Cole Anthony bobbleheads with the City Edition stuff on. There you go. That's on.
I had seen that, but it's the US Foco, isn't it? Because
it
like took me to the UK.
Well.
I know it took me to the UK version. I was like, where is it? So,
it's like all the Orlando Magic Space Jam stuff on the NBA store. It's non-existent, but there we go. Paolo, so JR is your favorite player on the roster at the moment.
Yeah.
Which player most excites you going forward, though, in terms of their upside and their potential?
Yeah, I'll probably go with Markel, with Fultz. He's an interesting guy, I'd say. He went from nothing to proving people wrong, right, last year. And was like painful to see him go down with the injury, with the bad injury. But now I'm like waiting him to come back stronger than ever. So we'll see what the young core of the Magic will do in next year. I'll be really hyped about them.
Yeah, cool. So Paolo, as a Magic fan, what's been your favorite moment from your time following the team?
So it's difficult to choose one. I'd say it was a loss, but it was basically my second game of the Magic, watching the Magic, and was against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and was the double overtime when Oladipo went crazy and made like 2 buzzer beaters, crazy buzzer beaters, and
incredible game.
And then Kevin Durant, but that's the story. And also the same year was against Minnesota. I'd say was at their home court. And it was also like overtime. At the end of the game, I have a lesson at the university. So finish the game, take my stuff, and go to the university to follow the lesson. So it was kind of crazy. We won with a Fournier buzzer beater too. So
nice.
It was very, very good.
There's no better feeling, is there, to wake up in the morning, watch the game, a buzzer beater. It just gives you a spring in your step for the whole day.
Yeah. Of course.
It's funny you said about the OKC game. That was the second Magic game I went to. It was incredible to be in there. I virtually missed the Westbrook 3-pointer to take it to overtime because we were jumping around celebrating Oladipo's 3.
Was that the one he hit off the backboard from the halfway
line?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then and then Vic also hits another buzzer beater to take us into the double overtime. It was such a game, such a game. It was brilliant to be at. It really was. It really was.
We've always had good games against OKC.
Yeah.
You think of I don't know if it must have been about the sort of time you started following us when they had the full length fast break with the Harkless pass to Tobias Harris with the dunk right at the buzzer as well. That was another one.
There was another one against OKC when Ibaka joined us, and he hit a fadeaway to beat them in OKC in probably his 10th game back. Yeah.
10 out of how many? 30 something.
Yeah, I know. It's always nice beating OKC because my brother's an OKC fan, so bragging rights.
There's nothing wrong with that. I wondered if you were going to go with DJ's game winner against the Raptors in the playoffs of 2019 as your favourite moment.
It was a crazy moment. I was in Rome for like a period with at the National Institute of Statistics, and I was streaming on Twitch on my channel, and I went crazy at like 2 a.m. It was a crazy moment, and coming back to the playoffs like that was really, really, really crazy.
It was a moment.
Yeah.
So you've already partly answered this question earlier on. So you're an extra hour in front of us in the UK. So you said you stay up late most nights for games. Do your family wonder why you do it? Like why you we've all got friends and people like, why do you follow basketball? Like why do you stay up to the early hours? And then when you start explaining about we're going to be up till like 3-4 a.m. watching the draft in a few weeks, but people just don't make it doesn't make any sense. You got the same.
They do not realize nowadays, so it's like normal for me to say, why is staying up at like 5 a.m. and then go to sleep and sleep 2 hours and then go to work? Yeah, it's normal for me. It's normal. It's the passion that is driving me. So why not?
Good man.
Absolutely.
Good man. Yeah. So Paolo, there's been many Italians in the draft, in the NBA. Sorry, who's your favourite Italian to have made it in the league?
Yeah, probably I would go with Bellinelli because of his playing style and all his history with the San Antonio Spurs with Popovich. Was when he won the NBA title, was people in especially in Bologna were celebrating because it's like Italy winning the Euro Cup. Not to offend you guys, but it's something crazy because we had like three people.
Again.
We had like four players in the NBA, and winning a title was like crazy. And even this year with Gallinari with Atlanta, a lot of people rooting for him. Was like a crazy experience for all Italian, because meanwhile the national team was playing in the pre-Olympic games, so we had to go to the Olympics after 17 years. So he will join the team in Tokyo, so it will be pretty fun.
How do you think Italy will do with in the Olympics?
Yeah, it will be, I'd say, difficult because in the group stage we have like Australia, Germany, and Nigeria, and our American friends now know that Nigeria is not messing around. So yeah, but we have nothing to lose, so why not? Maybe we can go on after the group stage to the knockout stage, and then it's a different tournament. So why not?
Be exciting. We'll be excited.
Yeah. So how big is the NBA getting to be in Italy, Paolo, in comparison to maybe Serie A?
Not really. It's not really big compared to Serie A, but in the I'd say last 5-6 years, the interest in the NBA grew up a lot. So a lot of people start following the games, especially. There's a lot of fans of the Lakers and Celtics as always, and unfortunately the heat. So yeah, I'd say a lot, but there's still a great majority of people that still watch only Serie A and football. So
Yeah.
See, would it the following? Because obviously Italy have a rugby union team that perennial underachievers, perhaps. They don't really. They're constantly getting the wooden spoon in the Six Nations, but
yeah,
and there's arguments about whether they should be relegated or not. I love the Italian. I'm a rugby fan. I love the Italian spirit. The spirit that Italy play rugby with is phenomenal to watch. It doesn't matter how many points are down; they are still trying to play. Is it as popular as rugby, or is rugby still well in front?
no, it's not. It's not that popular in Italy. Just for the big games, but we always lose. So it's kind of it's kind of usual that people don't follow because when you lose, you don't like to watch it. So that's one.
A bit like being an England fan, really, isn't it?
Yeah, the football, yeah. Definitely. So we always ask this question again of people who come on, and this is normally a G question, but what's your favourite Magic jersey?
I would go with the blue pinstripes. I'd say is the best one. Back in the Penny era, so it was my favorite. But also I'd like the city jersey that was last year. There was the black one with the orange.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Preaching
great.
to the converted. I love that jersey.
Yeah.
That's one for you, Paul.
Cheers. See, the man's got taste. We all know Italians dress well. So if Paolo's saying that is a good jersey, I rest my case.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the city edition of this of last year was great. I prefer like inverted colors, so orange with like white stripes. I'd say it would be fire with that, but it's okay.
I think there were a lot of people wanted to see it as orange, weren't there?
Yeah.
Who knows? We might get it this
Who
year.
Yeah,
knows?
we might get it. Yeah.
And also, Paolo, what are your hopes for the draft?
Wow, it's
Huge
difficult because it's a focal point for us, I'd say, this year. But it was unfortunate that we lost like 2 positions on the mock draft. So with the 5th pick, I'd say we'll go with. I hope for a scorer. We need a scorer. We need a person that knows how to shoot. We cannot rely on Ross every time. So we need another pure scorer, and we have people that can defend on the team and can pass the ball on the team. So we desperately need a scorer, and I'd say Jalen Green is the one that we need. But I don't know if we are willing to go maybe to the 2nd pick or 3rd pick. I know the Cavs are interested in Jonathan Kuminga. But yeah, I don't know if it's worth it to go to the maybe 3rd pick and lose like RJ Hampton or maybe someone else, some of the young core. So let's see. I hope for a scorer, just that. And even at the 8th pick, I think it's the pick where we can have a little bit of flexibility, so we can do maybe what we want. I think at the 5th pick we will take the best available that is on the top 5 players like Green, Mobley, and Cunningham. I don't think we'll go to the 5th pick, but yeah, we hope to.
We can hope.
Yeah, we can hope. Yeah.
Well, look, we spent the entire Euros hoping as England fans, so we live on hope at times, and then we settle back into the disappointment of it at the end. Mike, have you been looking at the draft much more this week?
Have I been watching?
Have you been looking at the draft any more this week?
Not really. I've had a busy week this week. I've actually been working. So
Makes a change.
I know. And Lily's been keeping me on my toes. Not really. I think, like I said, there's a few rumours doing the rounds. Like Paolo's already mentioned about a few teams maybe being a bit interested in Kuminga a little bit higher up. Is that just smoke screen? I know he's been doing workouts. I think he was with the Cavs and the Raptors this week. So I don't know. We'll see. It's going to shake out how it's going to shake out, isn't it? We're in a position where we can throw stuff at teams, but unless they're willing to budge, then we're going to have to settle with the 5th pick, which I think's probably what we're all expecting at this point. So we'll see.
And go on.
I was going to say, I've got one more off topic before we move on. What do you think about the Damian Lillard rumors then?
I was actually just going to ask you about it. Yeah, go on. No, carry on.
Go for it.
I'm interested. I think it's very interesting. I would love to think that we could be in the conversation. We're not going to be.
No.
I would love to think that we could be in the conversation, but we aren't going to be in there. I think one of us, I think it was you, Mikey, was it, who tweeted out anywhere, but
anybody but the Heat, Lakers or Celtics. Yeah, I don't care where he goes to. I would personally, and this might be a bit controversial, I would like to see him play for the Warriors just because that's his hometown team. Well, was before they moved out of Oakland. But yeah, I would like to see him there. I also think Philly might be a really interesting spot if they partnered him with Embiid.
I think Philly is, they as you look at it on the face of things, they can instantly make a good deal. They can come up with a good deal.
You guys. So the Philly, the Knicks, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Heat, and the Celtics were the big 6, according to the bookmakers, about where he may land. I'd personally like to see him stay with Portland. I don't like this whole moving business just to chase a ring. He's doing very well in Portland. He's been very unlucky with his teammates getting some injuries. So I'd like to see him stick around there and, make a name for himself. And have a statue built outside was it the Moda Center now?
Moda Center, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
and he's just got Chauncey Billups a job as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is where I do wonder if it is again just a bit of a smokescreen put up by an agent or something of that nature, as we all know happens, because there is a new opportunity for him within Portland. It's a new broom, but surely he'd want to see how things develop, unless he's already had a meeting and doesn't like where things are going. You never know.
What do you think, Paolo?
Yeah, I'd say it will stay in Portland. I thought there was more like a message to the GM and the people
Upstairs.
upstairs. And I don't see him go anywhere. For the Magic, I'd say that is not the best option, even if he's a very good player, because we need to develop players like Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, and it's like taking a step too much forward, like against what the Magic are building in the last 6 months or so. So I would not take Lillard, even if it will take us probably to the playoffs. But I'd say that it's better than they go maybe to the Warriors or the Celtics or another team like that. But I hope not the Magic. It will be.
You're happy to see us.
Be a big mistake.
You're happy to see us go with a patient approach.
Yeah.
On Lillard, though, how many years has he got left in his contract?
I'm not sure. He is 30. My issue is he's 30, 31, and you're going to give up a ton to get him, and what are you going to be left with? And you're still at least another year away from getting significant cap space to go and add somebody else to with that. I don't know. I think the patient approach is right for a market like we're in.
But this is the point, though. If you go
I'll
back
have a look,
to the Dwight Mayer situation, okay, he had a season left. But if Lillard signed up for 3 more years, they don't have to do anything, the Portland Trail Blazers. So who's leaking this information to try and force their hand to move it?
Always a good question.
How many? Do you find out, Mike? How many years he's got?
He has.
I knew he's on a supermax deal, so
I
there's a
think
lot
this
of
is
money.
looking at this is his last year of his deal.
Okay, if that's the case, and they
so
might
he's
lose him.
So he's expiring the following season. That's according to Spotrac and Hoops Hype.
It'll be an interesting story
that's
throughout
not right. That's not right. He's signed up until 2023-24, and he's got another year after that, which has got a player option for 54 million. Wow. That's crazy.
So there you
I
go.
think I
You're
could
not
stay in that situation for that money.
So according to Hoops Hype, this season he's getting 31.5 million. No, he's not. It's not. That was last season. 43 million this coming season. Then he's got 2 more full years, and then he's got a player option on top of that. So he's still under contract for 4 more years.
If you're Portland, you keep him. You forget all these rumors. You keep him. They've got a decent team. They just need a bit of luck in the playoffs. No injuries, healthy bodies, and who knows.
I think they've got to take a risk and really go out and get somebody of some significance to pair with him, because McCollum's not worked, has it?
I think this is where these things come up, because it is sometimes, as Paolo's just said, a shot to the upper floors to say, I'm not happy and I want something doing. And if that's one way that you can do it, your agent or whoever can put that information out that I'm not happy and I want some change, and I'm happy to go elsewhere. It can bring about some of the momentum that you want within the team and he clearly does love the team in Portland.
Yeah.
So, do you want some trivia? Do you want to do a bit of trivia?
Geez, well up for this. And Paolo. Paolo told me he's ready.
Let's see.
Okay. I've stolen G's format of questions. There's 5 clues to identify somebody. So, G, do you want to go first?
I don't mind, mate. Oh, I don't mind. It's up to you. Go on then.
You go first, then. You can have this one. So, I was born on the 17th of February, 1984.
1984. Shall I take a stab each time?
You can do if you want, mate.
Let's go Mike Miller.
No, not this one.
Okay.
I was drafted 57th by the Phoenix Suns in 2005.
Oh my God. Jesus. No, you have to keep going.
Okay.
Me too. Yeah.
I was a German league champion in 2006.
German league champion in 2006. Let's go Mario Kassoun.
Not this one. No, not this one, mate. And I played for the Magic between 2007 and 2010, wearing number 13.
Oh my God.
God, I thought you'd have got this.
The jersey number, he's straight on that
as soon
normally.
as I gave you the number, I thought.
I know, normally I am. 13. The jersey number 13. Shabazz Napier were 13, Amici were 13, but they weren't the
until
years.
2010.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah.
2007 to 2010.
Any idea, Paolo?
Ah, yeah, I got it. Is it Marcin Gortat?
It
Too early
is.
for me.
Yeah. Your final clue, mate, was going to be I hail from Gdansk and is known as the Polish Hammer.
Yeah. No, well done. That was a good one.
Okay, mate. All right. So, Paolo, this one's yours. Okay. I was born on the 25th of February in 1995.
Okay, I have an idea. Maybe 1995. Isaac, I'd say it's too young. I'd say 1996 for Isaac. So go on, please.
I am a league champion in both Spain and Greece.
Spain and Greece. Wasn't his own? No, was just in Barcelona. So also in Greece. Geraint?
No. I wore both number 23 and number 8 in Orlando.
James Ennis. No, it's older. It's Mario Donia.
It
Yeah,
is.
Mario Donia.
You got it on the second clue and didn't get.
I didn't know
well
he
done.
played in Greece. I knew he played in Barcelona, but didn't know he played in Greece.
I think he plays for Panathinaikos now.
He does. He
Oh,
plays
okay.
for him now. Yes. Yeah. Nice one,
So I
mate.
was close.
Nice one. Okay, this one is for you, Mikey.
Stitch me up. Come on, then.
No. I think everybody's got a chance of getting these. I was born on June the 20th in 1985 in Yugoslavia, but my birthplace is now Serbia.
G's looking like he knows it already.
I think so.
Go, next one.
Okay. I was drafted at number 2 by the Detroit Pistons in 2003.
Darko
Ahead
Milicic.
It is
There you go.
ahead of Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. The other clues I was going to give you is I joined the Magic in 2006 as part of the trade for Kelvin Cato and the Magic's 2007 draft pick. Played 110 games for the Magic in my 1.5 seasons with the team, and I played at centre and wore 31. So, Paolo, this one's for you.
Okay.
I was born on February the 10th, 1984 in the USSR, but my birthplace is now in Georgia. Not an easy one to start with.
Not really.
I am a Turkish league champion from 2001.
Georgian was like Zaza Pachulia was from Georgia.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Glad.
You're on fire. Well done. Right, I've got drafted in 2003 at 42 by the Magic. Played 59 games for the Magic in my one season, 2003 to 2004, wearing 27 at the center position. And I am a 2 times NBA champion with Golden State, and rules have been changed due to my dirty plays.
I was about to say, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I know, right. I had originally written that one for you, G, knowing that you really do like him. But instead, I went for this guy for you, mate. So,
okay.
Was born on the 5th of April, 1980 in Yugoslavia, but my birthplace is now in Croatia.
Okay, keep going.
I was drafted at number 41 by the LA Clippers, but the Magic acquired my rights and for future considerations.
1980, 41. God. Yeah, keep going.
I was a German league champion in 2004 and Turkey in 2009.
That doesn't help.
I played for the Magic between 2004 and 2006.
406 from Croatia. Oh, God. It's not the one I said before, is it?
It is.
Mario Kassoun. My God.
It is, pal. Well done, mate. Your final clue was going to be
number 41.
73 games. Yeah, wearing number 41 at the centre position.
Yeah.
Nice one, matey. Nice one.
Yeah. Very good.
So
you must have been sweating then when I said Kassoun on the first one.
Mate, I thought I'd actually come up with a really good one for you. You thought, Mario Kassoun, are you really joking me on this one? Okay, Mikey, final one.
Go on then.
I was born on March 19th, 1979.
Okay.
On the second part, okay. I was drafted 16th by Sacramento in 2000.
Got it.
Hedo.
Well done, mate. Thought you'd get that one.
No.
Thought you'd get that one nice and easily. See, I didn't stitch you up at all.
No, you didn't.
Very nice.
I just don't like
very
being put
nice
on.
to you.
I'm like you. I don't like being put on the spot because you get the old monkey symbols going on, don't you? And brain farts. Yeah. It's all good.
There we go. So that's it for this week. That's it. So for the latest news, please follow Orlando Magic UK on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube by searching for Penny for Your Thoughts, and visit our website, which is the orlandomagic.uk.com. And shameless plug, if you are shopping, please click off our affiliate links on the website, etc., for a 10% discount, as it helps us do what we do. So we really appreciate it. Paolo, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thanks for having me, guys. Well,
it really has, and
yeah,
keep going with the Italian side of things, mate.
Of course.
Once again, we have to finish by saying congratulations, mate. I honestly feel that we lost to the better team. We were outplayed for most of the game, so well played. We can be big in defeat, mate. So well done.
Thanks, mate.
Mikey, G, pleasure as always, guys. And until next time, Go Magic.
Go Magic.